I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman, and hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is another sneaky pre-recorded video. Sitting here, coming towards, well, we're in the 8th of September now, 2003. Heat wave is upon us, so we'll be having a proper Indian summer this year in the UK. So my usual routine of looking at races and making videos during the day has had to go right out the window. Unfortunately, and for the next couple of days it'll be the same until probably Sunday. So we'll just have to crack on and do the best we can and record when I can. So that is pretty much, even though it's just gone past midnight, we're gonna have to do it, you know. So here we go. Right, what I've got for you today, before we crack on quickly, is just close the window. That'd make it a bit easier, wouldn't it? Know about that, but I've got to take people into consideration, and I'll have to suffer for my art and close the window. What I've got coming up for you now is a couple of three UK-based, a couple of horses really, UK-based horses, 2-year-olds ahead of next year's classic, but in true Newman style, as does happen in some of my videos, we might have a third. The third I'm not really going to pay much attention to at the moment, but it does figure in both of the horses that I'm going to look at, funnily enough, which is an incredible coincidence. I've not planned it, I've not planned it, and I don't believe in coincidences. So maybe it's fate, These three horses should be discussed in the same video. Maybe they'll finish first, second, and third in the Guineas. Who knows? That'd be lovely. And it would be for Juddmonte. Right, that's enough of that. Right, classicwatch24.great/site.net is the site where you will see some Australian horses. I'm getting this close. I mean, you see me on the screen now, this close to putting some older horses on it because I know how good they are. But it's a classic case of people just missed the boat. None of the older horses in Australia have really been talked about because Reprieve Media CIC Racing didn't really stop looking at horses. The site was full. So I feel like I need to do it. It needs to be done just to help people. But then again, they're all going to be racing each other anyway. So maybe I'll just crack on as it was. But what there is on there is a couple of Australian horses that were identified at 2 last year or early this year at 3 to maybe keep an eye on. Some very nice horses there. But I'm going to crack on with this video now because we've got some nice horses to talk about here. Both won pattern races. I think they might both be unbeaten pattern race winners. So what more do we want than that? Task Force is the first one. Juddmonte owned, trained by Rafe Beckett. Sired by Frankel out of a dam called Special Duty. Godolphin horse. Juddmonte horse all day long, this. 2 classic winners. Sired by a classic winner, out of a classic winner. Classic watch site, eh? Come on. Some of these horses pick themselves. You'll see there it won on its first start, 29th of July 2023, by 3 3/4 lengths, running to what I consider to be the sort of mark Racing Post rating, if people who use them, that I'm looking for first time out, really. Fair enough. It ran actually on the end of July. So I must have been rushing towards the end of July to get through, to stop looking at August, because I actually missed this one first time out. Then it came and reminded me nicely towards the end of August when it won the Ripon 2-year-old trophy. A race that people might mock, but I think it takes a good one to win it. Sometimes they can be worth following. Whether they are classic horses or not remains to be seen. But you'll see when we look at the horse win the race, after we've looked at the pedigree of it, that the horse did nothing wrong in the race, winning by 1 3/4 lengths and raising its mark to a Racing Post rating of 100, which, to be honest, is about 7 or 8 lower than what I would like, at least. We've had City of Troy run to, say, 117 on his second start. You know, so some of these UK-based horses that look good already are already quite a way behind if people take the Racing Post ratings into consideration after 2 starts. It's only just ran on the 28th of August, so I'm not sure what races they're aiming for long term. I'll be amazed if it runs at the Champagne Stakes on the 16th of September. And then it's 25-1 for the Middle Park, which I know is a race. I think Distant Music may have won the Middle Park. It's not on this line, Distant Music, but it was a Juddmonte horse. You know, so it's a race that I do think they know how to win if they've got one. 6 furlongs, the same distance. Excuse me. Whether or not they have with this one, time will tell. Family 23B, this one is. You'll see that it's. I do like this horse. You know, it's a nice pedigree. The 5th dam, we'll get to her eventually, but there's enough in between to make me think that this could be a good horse. We're going to just click through the first 5 dams first and see what they did. Special Duty, like I've already alluded to, classic winner. It was actually awarded a classic in the shed. It was the year that horse got disqualified. It was the dam of one of our horses that we're following. Can't remember the name of it now. But you'll see there, it actually did win the. It got awarded 2 classics via disqualification. I mean, what are the chances of that happening? In 1,000 guineas, Group 3, Group 1, and the French. I know it won by disqualification at Newmarket. I don't know it did the same thing at Longchamp. But it was a winner of the Cheveley Park at Group 1 level at 2. Also won the Papan and the 2nd in the morning and the Prix Yacoleth. 3rd in the Prix Imprudence. I mean, not really thrown anything yet that's got up to that classic winning level, in my opinion. But we're going to chance this one. It's not done anything wrong so far yet, and I'm hoping that it could be the one. Who knows? It could well be. We're going to look at some more dams now. We've got the 2nd dam of it, Quest to Peak. And that one was only raced once in its life, winning $320. And you'll see there that it's telling us that it's the dam of the horse we already know. The 3rd dam, Viviana, threw some nice horses. And we're going to look at some of these in a minute. Winner of 3 out of 12 starts and just under $100,000, signed by Nureyev. So we're getting to the good ones now. It won the Prix Melisson and the Prix du Thierrys in France, and also was 2nd in the Group 3 Prix de Syke. And a couple of nice mares. Tate's Creek is one. Winner of 11 out of 17 starts, 14 of 17 in the first 3. 1.5 million US dollars. It's an American line, really, this one. It really is. You know, you see there that it won in France in a handicap listed race. Oh, no, it's at Delmar, sorry, not the Finlandia Cup. I thought it meant the pre-Finland, I thought that said then for a minute, with just glancing at it. Sometimes reading things quickly isn't as helpful as it likes to be. But at 4, it really did excel, winning the Diana Handicap, Las Palmas Handicap, won a couple of Group 3s there as well. These races are graded a lot higher now in modern day races than what they were when Tate's Creek was going round. And at 5, you see there it won the Breeders' Cup Handicap, I'm going to assume that is. The Yellow Ribbon Stakes and the San Giorgino Handicap. Plenty of pattern race winners there. I tried to follow one of hers, that's Spirit Ridge, who's in Australia now. That was one that I did follow out of Tate's Creek. But again, disappointing really that she's not really foaled more than what she has. Sightseek is another one. A mare, winner of 12 of her 20 starts. But again, in the first 3, 17 out of 20 starts. £2.5 million. Absolute superb horse. Top 3. At 3, you see, winner of a Group 2 and a Group 3. And again, you see, all these pedigrees are looking like we've got one here that's going to improve with age. Is it a classic horse? Time will tell. But you see there that they're all winning their Group 1s at 4 and 5, aren't they? The Beldame Stakes, Grade 1, Ogden Phipps Handicap. That's not a handicap anymore, I don't think, or they've renamed it. The Humana Distaff Stakes. We're going back to the turn of the century now with some of these races. Go for one handicap. And at 5, it won the Ogden Phipps again. And it won the Rampart Handicap third, and it also won the Ruffian Handicap. It's won some races, this horse. But again, she bred this horse here, Raison de Tat, that is at stud. Prices are private now because he's getting quite old, but he's sired very few horses out in the States, and there's only sired from very few crops 5 individual stakes winners. 5 stakes winners, sorry. So didn't even open him on the Aryan tab because it literally would have diminished our case. I don't like to do that because this is a nice line without any shadow of a doubt. But it's one of them that obviously takes a bit of time. We've seen both Sightseek and Takes Creek improve from 3 to 4 to 5. You know, that's why we need to look at these horses sometimes to eliminate them and just know that if this horse falls short at 3, don't write it off. Just pick and choose. Other horses that were quite well bred, we've got Willstar. Willstar was one. I think Willstar may have been out of Viviana as well. Oh no, sorry, of course she isn't. Willstar is actually out of the next dam, the 4th dam, Nijinsky Star. Nijinsky Star was unraced. Designated rein de course mare, not unsurprising really, considering the horses that we've seen out of the first 3 dams that she is a world-class designated bred brood mare by these people. And we'll see now that horses like Willstar came out of a Etoile Montante. You'll see there that Willstar. This brings us on to the other one that's going to sneak into both videos here quickly. And we're going to look at this one now for about a minute and a half, probably. Star Law. Star Law is on this line as well. It has been beaten, but more of that later. But there's a case for saying, well, if you don't fancy the first one, if you fancy the first one, how can you not fancy this one? And I couldn't really disagree with that line of thinking because Starformer was a good dam herself. Winner out of 6 out of 18 starts and $543,000. See there, she actually did quite well in France, winning a Group 3. But again, you see, winning the Group 2 at 5. No Group 1s for this one, though, unfortunately. But she's the dam of this horse, trained, I think, also by Rafe Beckett. Starlaw. Good to see Judd giving a genius some horses. He won't let them down. Etoile Montante is the second dam of the horse, and also out of Nijinsky Star and Willstar. Etoile Montante again. Look at that, 13 out of 16 starts in the first 3. Winner of 7 out of 16. It's nearly $700,000. Group 1 winner at 2, so arguably the most precocious. And then at 3, it won the Foray, and then went to America, and actually didn't win the races it did in France. So it's all the opposite of the others, isn't it? These horses are fascinating. Really are. Prix de Foray, and then you see at 4, it won a couple of Group 2s and Group 3s out in America, Palomar Handicap, and the Las Cienigas, I'm going to say. I'm sure I've butchered that, handicap. Was second in the Matriarch, though, Group 1. It was also second in the Maurice de Geest at 3, and third in the French Guineas at 3 as well. Very good filly. And she is the second dam of this Star Law. But we'll take a good look at Star Law later. But first, we've got to keep nailing down this horse, really, because we're not quite done. Believe it or not. Chris Evert is the 5th dam of the horse. And she is a legend in her own right. In America, my friend and colleague Monica McCarthy has told me this. America herself, she's an American, and she says that this horse, when it was racing in the 70s, was a very popular horse in America. There's named after a famous tennis player. Winner out of 10 of 15 starts, and it was in the first 3 in 14 out of 15 starts. An incredible horse, really. Winner of $800,000 at the time. So this is the fifth dam of this horse we're looking at now. Again at 2, it was second in the Frisette and a dual Group 3 winner. And at 3, it won the Mother Goose, the Acorn, the Coaching Club American Oaks. Absolutely superb filly. Third against the Colts in the Travers. The winner, and there he is, the winner of the Triple Tiara, as it said there. 6 Crowns, I think, is actually one that we missed. I think, possibly, did we? A few lined up later on down the line. It is, unfortunately. So we'll trust our own. I didn't include that one, unfortunately. But Chris Evert, you see, superb dam, the fifth dam of it. And the sixth dam later on, because that comes in, we brought that in as well, just in case people aren't convinced enough yet, is a horse called Miss Carby, winner of 3 out of 11 starts. Folding the year England won the World Cup. And again, as no surprise, a designated Ren de Course mare, because I've found some very nice horses related to her, out of her, descending from her, that aren't really on the line that we're on. So we'll go back to the beginning now. So we've got Task Force on the main tab, and then what I'll do is I'll run through some other horses that I've found on this line, and then show you where people can find the line themselves, should they wish to. Oops, gone past it. There don't seem to be any Task Force on this tab, does there? So I've made a mistake somewhere and closed down the wrong tab, which isn't entirely unusual. Another horse quite closely related on this line that I found was Expert Eye. You'll see Viviana Quest to Peak is actually on this one as well. Quest to Peak is the second dam of both horses, Expert Eye and there's old Star Law sneaking in there, and Task Force. And it's a very good horse. I can't see why this horse won't do all right. I really can't. Expert Eye was all right. Good horse on his day, very much so. Winner in the Breeders' Cup. And also a good winner at Goodwood at 2. In the Vintage Stakes, won very well that day. And also in the Jersey, where he won the Jersey very well as well at Royal Ascot. Good horse, Expert Eye was. A stud though. Now, I've been trying my best, but the dam lines that he's been given just don't seem to be there yet in his. He's not had many crops. Only his second crop of 2-year-olds this season, and it is already produced a graded stakes winner, a Royal Ascot winner, Snellen. I've since got beat by something else, so job done. But it's a fair horse, a fair stallion, but nothing more. That's all people can say at this stage. But as they go up in trip, I'm hoping that they might be a bit better. Because I don't think Expert Eye is a stallion of sprinters, is what I'm saying. You'll see at the moment, a lot of them are running at a mile and around underlook. There's not many being allowed to stride out and try themselves in these good races. Snellen was the only pattern winner, like I said. I think it beat one of mine. I can't remember which one it beat now. It beat Pearls and Rubies, I think it beat. Tell me what race it was. It going to tell me what race it won? Yes, it did. It did beat Pearls and Ruby. And he's also had 3 placed horses, but they're not for me at this stage. So it's a stallion that I'm trying my best with, but I just can't find I can't find somebody who has sent him. That's probably, arguably, about the best one I've found, this one here. North View. But it wasn't today, actually, I think, or yesterday. But that was at the 3rd time of asking. The stallion's not doing it for me at the minute, Expert Eye, which is a shame. Other horses I found that were quite closely related to it, Folsom. One I latched on too late, really. I only noticed him going around towards the end of last season, and by then he'd won all his races. Winner of 8 out of 17 starts, but again, look, 12 out of 17 in the first 3, and over £1.2 million. You'll see there that Viviana is the second dam of Folsom. Never won a Group 1 though. I thought it would. I thought it would at 4. It was 3rd in the Clark Handicap, and that was the only chance they gave it. Yeah, I started at 4. It did win four Group 1s, though. 4 Group 3s, sorry, and second in Group 3, and placed in the second place, sorry, in a Group 2 and a Group 3. Again, you see, you have to say it improved at 4. Fulson. But he's gone to stud now, and he'll be siring baby Fulson soon at some point. And again, you wouldn't put anyone off having a little look at him in his first couple of crops, just so people can see where they stand with him. Chief's Crown is another one that I found. We're going back a bit further now into the mid-80s. 18 out of 21 starts in the first 3 and $2.1 million. Breeders' Cup Juvenile winner. Norfolk Stakes, I'm assuming that race is in America and not Royal Ascot. Hopeful Stakes, Grade 1. At 3, it won the Marble Cup Invitational, the Flamengo, the Travers, the Bluegrass. Second in the Preakness. Third in the other 2 classics. Superb horse. See there, that 6 down. 6 pounds was a dam, was she? That's lovely. That allows us to click on her nice and easy then. Oh, yeah. Again, 13 of 15 in the first 3. Look. Only won a third in a Group 1, but stakes races. Really? And again, designated Ren de Course mare. All over this line, weren't they? That's a nice horse, Chief's Crown, without any shadow of a doubt. Another one I found was in Japan, Deep Sky. Look at this one. 15 of 17 starts in the first 3. 642 million yen. Japanese Derby winner. NHK Mile Cup. And again at 4, it won 2. It never won a Group 1. 2008 best 3-year-old colt. Yeah, very good horse. Sadly pensioned in 2021. You'll see there that these are where Miss Kami kicks in. You know, Miss Kami's the 6th dam of this horse and the 4th dam of this horse here. Deep Sky. Another one is Winning Colours that I found. That's another nice horse. 12 of 19 starts and over $1.5 million. Kentucky Derby winner and the Santa Anita Oaks winner. Good on her. And also won the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby. Very good horse. Hall of Fame horse you see there in America. And Miss Kami is the 2nd dam of this horse here. Winning Colours. There's some very nice horses on this line. Another one I found, Eskimo Kisses. 7 of 12 in the first 3, winning 4. Or 7 of 12 in the first 2, really. $711,000. You'll see there that Winning Colours is actually the 2nd dam of this horse. And Miss Kami is the 4th dam. Winner of the Alabama Stakes at 3, 4th in the Kentucky Oaks. Very good filly again. What a line. People can't knock this line, I don't think. If they go further back, right, we'll show you now where we find these horses at bloodlines.net. I've had to go through the Internet Archive because bloodlines.net has sometimes not been there when I've needed it. Yeah, it's been giving bad gateways and things like that, sadly. The lady sadly passed away not so long, a while back, and yeah, websites need maintaining. I'm not sure it's getting the love it deserves, this superb site. You'll see there that Chris Everett's there, the 5th dam, Special Duty is there, the dam. So it's one that was quite easy. That's why I didn't click on 6 Crowns, my Secretariat, because she didn't win a classic, and I don't check every dam's form. I do the colts, because chances are they went to stud. If they won Group 1s and Group 2, I'll mention them. There's any not in bold there, you see, that I missed. Really, but if people go back, you see, to two Bob is interesting. If people go back to 1933, 90 years ago, this line was still siring classic winners. This horse has been siring good horses for a very long time, 90 years at least. If people ignore that bit, I think they can do. There wasn't much there, was there? And start at 1933 to the present day. You know, 2 Bob's done quite well. And raced a lot of times. They did in them days. It was placed in the first three, and a lot of times, 12 and 14 is 26, and 16 is 42 times out of 94, just over half the times. And it won the 1936 Kentucky Oaks. And it's a damn of a champion as well. 2 Lee, another one, which I never clicked on. So, like you say, very interesting horse, I think, this one here. And to a lesser extent, Star Law, until it proves itself to be up to winning some sort of a pattern race at some point. Oh, there's 2 Lee there, look, filly. Okay. So 2 Lee has got her own little line going there, look. Tim Tam, Preakness and Kentucky Derby winner, and that Japanese horse, See You in Sky. Oh, I see now. Okay. So that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So that's why this site is so fantastic. Best site on the internet, this for me. I wouldn't be lost without it because there's sites like the Wayback Machine and other ways you can capture websites and use them offline. But this site is really fantastic, bloodlines.net. And it's telling me that this horse here, Task Force, is pretty decent. So what we're gonna do now is watch Task Force win, and then we'll talk about the next one. If this one is not good enough, I think I found a horse next that will amaze a few people. And I don't say that very often these days. It takes a good horse. It takes something unusual and very good high ceiling to get me excited these days. And while I think this one is a nice horse, trust me, it don't compare to my levels of excitement with the next one. But let's see it win.
Last one moving in. Runners roll in. Set for a start. And they're off. 7 questions, just a little awkward out of the stalls, and moving out to the right was Mad as Most for this British Stallion Studs EBF Ripon Champion 2-year-old trophy. Despite going right at the stalls from that low draw, Mad as Most showing plenty of early toe and disputes it. Chagrin on the left in red and white with the white blaze, and white and green with the white brazier. Sadna, a line of 3. Length then to Task Force, who's tracking Chagrin towards the left. 7 questions in behind runners, and Bombo Bazaar, just the last of the 6 with the white cap as they make their progress down towards halfway. Mad as Most working his way over towards this near side rail, leads by 3 parts of a length from a Sadna. On the left is Chagrin, being tracked throughout by Task Force, Bombay Bazaar, and then 7 questions at the back of the field as they make the run now towards the last 2 furlongs. Matters Most, the Sadnar risen, Chagrin up sides, and here's Task Force being produced out wide. 7 questions under a patient ride, trying to pick up from the back of the field as they now race towards the final furlong. Matters Most, Chagrin, Task Force on the left. 7 questions looking for a way through, and Bombay Bazaar is running on well. Task Force now produced on the outside to come and take on and head Matters Most, finishing off well on the outside is 7 questions, but Task Force makes it 2 out of 2 and wins this readily. Task Force goes on to win, scores nicely. Matters Most in a disputed second place with 7 questions, and they were ahead of Chagrin, who faded. And the Sadnar dropped back to be last of the group.
Absolutely magnificent ride, that, without any shadow of a doubt. I mean, that's what you get with 2-year-olds sometimes. Natural, raw, precocious, nearly untamable ability. And that horse, to me, is a machine. I mean, you saw it then. It was there, weren't it? I mean, absolutely incredible performance. How they can only rate that 100, I don't know. Only probably because of the grade and the opposition. But that, to me, was very visually impressive, both from the horse and more sometimes the jockey. I mean, absolutely brilliant ride that was, in my opinion, by Ross O'Ryan. So that's Task Force, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what a fantastic prospect. Trained by a genius. Expects to have a good jockey on the back of it. Absolutely superb pedigree. I mean, is it getting near classic time now, I think? 8th for the 9th. I mean, are we now starting to find the horses that are really going to come to the front in next season? Who knows? Have we already found them? Are they still out there? I mean, I've been trying to tell people a long time not to don't put City of Troy, yes. We might have found that. Henry Longfellow, yes. We might have found that. There are so many well-bred bloodlines out there. It's just a matter of them, more importantly, me finding it and them putting what I'm looking there for them to put with certain bloodlines now. I mean, I know which ones I follow now, and it's just a matter of waiting for the right ones to come along. This is a nice horse, I think, Task Force, and deserves a place on the list of anybody who's looking to follow horses. The next one that I'm going to take a look at. Before I do that, I'm not going to. We've been going on for nearly half an hour, but a lot of people would stop now and do 2 videos and sort of spam people. Excuse me. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put the intro screen up a bit because I need a drink. It's been a hot day and I've done a lot of talking in the last 38 minutes. I haven't done hardly any all day. And the old whistle needs to be wet. So I'm just going to put the intro screen up quickly and I'll land the next one up and then I'll be back. So you just sit here for about a minute and a half. Go and get a drink, do something. Write the name of that horse down, anything. But the next horse I'm telling you now is worth waiting for. And bearing in mind, I've just shown you this horse. I'll be back shortly. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Newman. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start. Hello, everybody, and thank you for allowing me to get a drink without stopping the video and spamming the channel. I like to do things like that. All right, the next horse, there's not going to be no frills here. Next horse, incredible. All I can say about this horse is when I identified it, I nearly fell over. Because it's just got an incredible pedigree, really. If people look hard enough, it really has. Right, we're going to go through it the first time, and also considering the form of the yard. Arblan, the most promising horse I've identified this year by any shadow of a doubt. You'll see there, it's even nudged a couple ahead of where the last one was. 88, 90, 100, 103. Obviously, I would prefer this one to be rated 117. If it was, I'd be saying game over. Because there'd only be one horse I'd want to win. Out of all these, I do have my own personal favourites, that I do want to win, believe it or not. But it's very difficult to pick between them. This one is definitely up there this year without any shadow of a doubt. Sired by Dubawi, out of a dam called Promising Run. Bred by Godolphin and trained by Charlie Appleby, a man who I think's had an absolutely atrocious season. Which made me very nervous when I saw this horse was running last Saturday in the Group 3 Solario Stakes, a race that I know they like to run a good horse in. Well, I think I know. I've watched them win the race with Massar, and I've watched them win the race with Silver Knot. Silver Knot's for strong, but then again, the form of the yard, you see, if that comes back at 4 next season, you wouldn't put it past being a Group 1 horse. But this one here, despite the yard, I think I read somewhere that when this horse won the Solario last week in September, it was the first pattern race winner that Charlie Appleby had in the UK since July. And that is incredible. I don't know whether that's true. I read it somewhere. And obviously, I don't check everything I read. I'm not like that. That's why fake news is so dangerous, People have to pick their sources well and trust what they tell you. If you pick your sources bad, you're in trouble. You can't spend your life going around checking what people tell you. Else you'll get nothing done. You've just got to make sure your sources are right and you can believe what they say is the truth. Anyway, we're talking about horses, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Side by Dubawi. I mean, again, Dubawi's not had the best season. This horse is line 2S. And a very fascinating line it is now. It really is. We're going to take a look at the first 5 dams of the horse like we normally do. And then, for my next trick, I'm going to amaze you all after that. The first 2 dams are very good on the track. They've not really foaled much that I could find. Apart from the second dam's obviously foaled the first one. Promising Run is the dam of the horse. A dam I vaguely remember going round in Maydan. I don't remember much about it apart from that. A bit hazy it was in them days, sometimes. A good record, decent enough record. Winner of 9 of 24 starts. Placed another 5 times, but she did win nearly £800,000 in a few places. When I looked at her record, I don't remember her winning the Rockfell. I do not remember that race. At first, obviously, the Top Cappy Trophy, you don't really get to view that race in this country. Musidora, I do remember, I probably would have remembered watching the race that year, but I don't remember her running in it. And then you see she sort of did what our back to horse called Magic Lily to do, win the Cape Verde, win the Balancine out in Maydan. But I don't, honestly, if I'm honest, I don't entirely remember this horse going round. But there was a few years where I wasn't really into racing as much as I should have been, maybe. But it's a very nice horse, obviously. Decent enough record. The second dam was interesting. Brazilian, Group 1 winner. I mean, you don't get many of them siren in the UK. Winner of 4 out of 18 starts. Don't know how many times it comes second or third. The person who was out updating was $29,050 plus. Yeah, plus how many? At least they did tell us there that it won. There's the Grand Prix Zilia Peixoto de Castro. All the years of watching football coming good when you're trying to pronounce Brazilian horse racing. The GP Duque de Caxias in Group 2. And the Grand Prix Roger Gaydon, I'm going to say there, Group 3. So it did win a Group 1, a Group 2, and a Group 3 in Brazil. The second dam, Aviation. The third and the fourth dam, I think personally, it goes a bit quiet then, which could, if people give up early and people give up, if they've seen those two dams and are not fascinated to know what the next 5 or 6 dams did after that, and they give up, say, after 2, then they might miss this horse. It's quite easily done. Because Arbulus didn't really do a lot. Look, winner of none out of 3 starts, nothing in France. And you'll see there, didn't really say a lot. Raced in France, sent to Brazil. The fourth dam, Buck the Tide. Didn't really do much either. Look. Placed twice out of 3 starts. $5,000 in America. Didn't really seem to do much. The fifth dam, believe it or not, is a half-sister to Secretariat. Yeah, I'm not lying to you. A Bold Ruler, Something Royal, and How Dam, Swansea. Is also out of Something Royal, but out of the sire called Turn 2. So what we've got here, I'm going to try and sum this up as best I can now with Abalon, is we've got a horse where the dam of it, the fifth dam of it, is a half-sister to Secretariat. The first dam is a dual Group 2 winner. The third dam is a Brazilian group. The second dam is a Brazilian Group 1 winner. And the fifth dam is a half-sister to Secretariat. I mean, if that's not enough to get people excited about horses, they might as well just stop watching this video and never watch another one of my videos again. Because, to be honest, I don't think it gets any better than this, does it? I don't know. I'm always trying to find one related to Nureyev that I've never had any luck yet with. That's running today. And Nijinsky as well, maybe. But Secretariat was always on the list. This is arguably the first one I found on the dam line. I found a lot of them Franfra Lucas that they produced some decent stallions by Secretariat, but never on the dam side. This horse is actually related to the great horse itself, which I think is very good. 16 of 21 starts. What a horse. I mean, people only need to know how good the horse was. Winner of the Sanford, the Hopeful, their pattern races now. They are. The trouble with American racing is they didn't really bring in a proper pattern until about this time. There's a lot of stakes, and there was a few Group 1s and the classics, and that was about it. Wasn't as many. But that 3, look, they did the Triple Crown, as people know. He also won the Man of War Stakes. He also won the Canadian International. That race was on turf. The Gotham Stakes. He won some races without any shadow of a doubt, the horse. And there he is, look, and there's the rest of them. And that is actually in the same race, believe it or not. Also, the horses that I found on 2S that are people. Secretariat wasn't a one-off at the time, you know. There was others, not for a few years. I found nothing in the 80s and the 90s and the noughties, really. Sir Gaylord, 1959, but he's actually a full brother to Secretariat. He's actually a full brother to our horse, is he? He is. Oh, excellent. So Gaylord Sir Gaylord then is a half brother to Secretariat and a full brother to our horse, Swansea. Superb. I never spotted that at the time. 10 out of 18 starts, $238,000. Again, look, no hint at all of any pattern races, but people know these days that Hopeful Stakes is a Group 1, Futurity Stakes is a Group 1. It's a fair 2-year-old, doesn't he? Champagne Stakes is obviously maybe a Group 1 or Group 2, depending on where it's ran in America. Regarding these races, I don't know. He was a stallion as well, and he did win 10 out of 18 races and was placed 4 times. That's a full brother to the fifth dam of Abalon, Swansea. Another one I found I do remember going round vaguely, Chicharito. It raced all over the world, French based, sorry. Winner of a few races, 4 out of 14, $2.6 million. Grand Prix de Paris winner, second in the French Derby, and Prix Lupin. It also won a race that doesn't exist anymore, Grade 1. And I remember it going round. I used to watch quite a lot of racing in the around that time, around the 2000s, and it was always running in all the good races. I bet if people should look at the form of the horse, it never ran in many bad races. Very good horse. The next horse I found was in Japan. Nishino Flower, winner of 8 of his 16 starts and nearly 470 million yen. Won the Japanese 1,000 guineas. Best 2-year-old filly 1991, best 3-year-old filly, best sprinter or miler of 1992. Something Royal was the 4th dam of that horse as well. We found some nice horses. What was the last one we found? Do I need to open that tab up again and see where that fits in? Yes. Let's do that. Chicharito, I think Something Royal was quite a way back in this one. It was one that was even further back than Something Royal, actually. It was, where were we? 5th dam. Swansea is actually the 6th dam of Chicharito and the 5th dam of our horse. That's okay. So, yeah, very nice horse again there, that one. I just couldn't remember where it fitted in. Nishino Flower, obviously, Something Royal is the 4th dam of that. And there was a couple. I had to go further back to a dam that was foaled in 1924 called Sanka Sept. 5 and 7. Something to do with numbers there in French, isn't it? That 1924 foaled mare, and that led me towards like alleged. Secretariat and alleged are actually quite closely related, believe it or not. I certainly didn't know that at the time. You see there, Sanka Sept is the 6th dam of alleged. There she is. And the Secretariat, she is the 5th dam. And the other one, and that won some races. It won the Arc, alleged did mainly. That was the one it was famed for winning. 9 out of 10 starts at the time. Very difficult to beat. It won 2 Arcs, happy days. It also won the Gallignol, the Voltager. Very good horse. How many horses win 2 Arcs? And that one did, certainly. And the next one was that. So people who followed Secretariat really should have been all over that at the time. And the next one I found was another classic winner, Elocutionist, winner of 9 out of 12 starts, and it was also placed in the other 3 it didn't win. $343,000. See there that Sanka Sept is the 5th dam of that one. Same as Secretariat on the Preakness of 1976. There's some very interesting horses on this line, 2S. Where was our little section? Where were we? Up here, look. Nishino Flower. That one I didn't bother. Swedish Guineas winner. Goes to show though that at its level, if people to look, you see, they couldn't really find anything. We've got our first 2 dams are strong now, aren't they? We've got a dual Group 2 winning dam. We've got a Group 1 second dam. And then we're at horses like that. 1998 is quite closely related to the 5th dam of our horse, isn't it? And then we're there. Absolutely superb. Scattered is one I never opened, but maybe I should have. Won the Country Club American Oaks of 1948, because she seems to go straight down there somewhere. You can't spot them all at the time. When you look at these all day, it's quite easy for ones to skip through the net. There's Sanka Sept. Herself was an Irish Oaks winner. That's a bonus, isn't it? Fantastic. So Secretariat 8. Are we on a defining generational horse here? We've had nothing really. I mean, how impressive would it be if this horse was to go all the way to the very top and replace Secretariat as some sort of super horse? We've not really had a super horse since Franco, have we? Long way to go yet, though. 2 out of 2. Got to win. Got to win another 13 races, yeah. Let's see what he's entered in the old boy before we watch him win. 16th of September, the Champagne Stakes. I'd be amazed if he runs in that. The Royal Lodge, maybe. 30th of September. If they go in traditional, they'll look for a Group 3, I think, first. The 14th of October, they've got the Dewhurst, 16-1. If I can get a relative of Secretariat to win the Juddmonte, the Dewhurst at 16-1, then I will pat myself on the back, I will admit. Something I do quite often, to be honest, when it comes to these sort of things. But this horse, to me, is absolutely fascinating. The video, I'm aware of the time of the video. But when you're talking about horses related to Secretariat, they need to be talked about. I don't really want to spam you all, I'd rather make you watch one 45-minute video than make you come back the next day and take more time. You can press stop whenever you want to see, can't you? But for now, we're gonna watch Ablam win, and then I'm gonna end the video then and wish you all good luck. Take care, everybody, and let's watch the race.
By Kingman. Kingman's at Starlaw amongst the market contenders. Here's Anthony with a call.
Before we watch the race, Starlaw. I said he would pop up in both horses, didn't I? And Starlaw is actually in this race. I think he finished third. It's all eyes on the winner.
All in. Devil's Point a bit restless, but was set, and they've jumped away. The 6 colts are racing for the Virgin Bet Solario Stakes over 7 furlongs. Inish Fallon, the most experienced, is up there early on. The green with the blue sleeves under Sean Levy to lead up. Mortlake is on the inside, white and green. To the outside, the star jacket of Cerulean Bay under Jason Watson. Just in behind is Ablan, who's a little bit keen, the market leader, the royal blue colours. James Doyle pains to try and get him to settle down in about 4th place. On the inside, the white face of Devil's Point is next to white and blue. And the back marker is Starlaw, whose sire won this race 10 years ago. Kingman, Ryan Moore has him at the back of the field, the pink cap, as they head around the home turn. So heading to halfway in the Solario Stakes, and the leader is Inish Fallon and Sean Levy by a length for Cerulean Bay in second under Jason Watson. Ablan is 1 out, 1 back on the outside of Mortlake and Ross O'Ryan, who's in the white and green. She's getting nudged along there, Mortlake, around the turn as they head for the final 3 furlongs. Ablan's up on the outside, has got clear sailing. He's been tracked by Starlaw and just shaken up his Devil's Point, the Foss Lass winner, as they come down with just over 2 to go. Still there, Inish Fallon on the far side, the centre, Cerulean Bay. Ablan, every chance, is 3 wide. Mortlake is looking for a passage through. Starlaw is yet to pick up, and then Devil's Point as they come down for the final furlong. It's still Inish Fallon in front. Here comes Starlaw now, quickening up on the outside for Ryan Moore to throw out the challenge. Ablan in between them. Mortlake has not picked up, but inside the furlong they go. Inish Fallon far side, near side Starlaw. Ablan between them is finishing best for James Doyle, and Ablan is getting up for Godolphin. Ablan got up to win the Solario Stakes and tip out Inish Fallon, who ran a great race in second, and they're ahead of the others with Starlaw not far away.
Ablan remains unbeaten
that Starlaw's ran all right
and has worked his way back into the lead to dip his head in front on the line. Has beaten Inish Fallon, who's run a mighty race in
it was 4th there, didn't it? I swear I read somewhere it was 3rd.
front under Sean Levy for Brian Meehan. Perhaps just Devil's Point.
You have to say that was really an interesting race to watch on so many levels, knowing what we've got, what we could have. That race in a few years' time could be a very small part in the career of this horse, hopefully. But he knuckled down well and won well. The crucial starts there, the next 2 or 3, aren't they? Can this horse can this horse prove it's a group horse now? It's won a Group 3, so it was a Group 3 this race, wasn't it? Not a Group listed race. And what can it do? What can it do? One thing's for certain, it's going to be fascinating to see how this horse cannot get on this site. See, watch 24.great/site.net. I think it'd have to I'm not going to say. I'm going to say, I don't know. It'll have to do a commissioning between now and when I update the site, not to be on it. Commissioning sadly died just after I updated the site and made something like my number 6 horse, last year's Fillies Mile winner. I think it'll take something similar to keep Ablan off the video. Right, off the site. Sorry, 55 minutes in. That might be a record for a pre-record. Happy days. Right, what horses we have here? Star Law is interesting. You know, if that runs next time out and that's a decent price, how can it not win a pattern race? We've seen what it's related to. It's one of them, that one, Star Law. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. Take care. For those that have persevered right till the end, 55 minutes and 41 seconds then I hope this channel is worthy of it, because obviously if you have, then you're really enjoying it, and that's what it's all about. But for now, I'm gonna leave this video here. Take care, everybody, and look after yourselves. And Ablan, have we identified a future superstar of racing? Fingers crossed. Let's hope so. But for now, take care, everybody, and look after yourselves.